Before we start, just a reminder, please follow us on YouTube, subscribe, like, share all of our videos. We're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, so please go follow if you enjoy our content. Holy cow. Please share, like, all that. So let's just get right into it. Another team, let's flip it on over to the New England Patriots. Their season, they have a 2% chance to make the playoffs. Their season's over. It's not going to happen. So my question is, what should they do at the quarterback position this season and then beyond?
So
let's just start with this season.
So all right. So for this season, and actually, Colin Cowherd, he had a very interesting take the other day, and I briefly touched up on it with you. So if I'm Bill Belichick, and I don't want to face Trevor Lawrence in my division, I don't want to have. You're not going to get him, right? There's no way. You're going to have to outcoach this guy. And there's been, mind you, Trevor Lawrence would have been, don't forget, he would have been the first overall draft pick last year. Maybe even the year before that, if he declared. Like there's been very few prospects with as much, like Andrew Luck, John Elway, and maybe that's it. Like with his draft capital coming out of college. If I'm Bill Belichick, and I hate the Jets, I do not want them getting Trevor Lawrence. Jacksonville's 1-12, 1 and whatever. They have one win. So Jets have 0. For whatever reason, if the Jets get a win and Jacksonville loses out the rest of the season, which is, it could happen, the Jaguars get the pick. And I don't know how it works. It's like a conference or a schedule thing. They've had the harder schedule, I guess. So Jets would get number 2. If I'm New England, which you're not making the playoffs, or if I'm Bill Belichick, I play Cam this week, lose, win, doesn't matter. And then the last 2 weeks of the season, all you got to do is start Jarrett Stidham. That's it. And then you purposely lose to the Jets.
See, I agree with the take. One, as a Patriots fan, I don't want to see the Patriots have to go up against Trevor Lawrence for the next 20 years.
No. So you already have Josh Allen and Tua. You want Josh Allen, Tua, and Trevor Lawrence. You're going to have to outcoach those guys with an old Cam Newton, or who else would we get? Sam Darnold or Carson Wentz?
So this is the thing for this year. I agree, but I think they should start Stidham now. Cam had his shot. It's not working. Just move on.
I don't fully blame it on Cam either.
No. So let me get through it.
Go ahead.
I don't blame Cam Newton for everything. There's even Tom Brady last year struggled with it. So Cam Newton was not going to make this God-sent appearance and be the MVP some guys were thinking he was going to be.
No.
I never liked the signing. I didn't. I knew from the rip it was going to be a one and done. That's it. With that being said, it's like, okay, he's trying out for next year. Maybe he's the long-term guy. He's clearly not the long-term guy for New England. So, and it's like, you had your shot to prove what you can do. You've had 90% of the season. Let me finish. I see you getting excited. Let me finish my take.
I'm getting a little bit.
So, just throw Stidham in there. You know what? We're talking next year. What could it be? I personally think Stidham's a bum, but you've brought up the point. We haven't seen him enough. So you know what? Throw him in there for the last 3 games. All divisional games. Miami, Bills, and Jets. I think they lose all 3 if you put Stidham in there. Also, if you're eliminated from the playoffs, you're going to gain more from losing more. Because at this point, you just want a higher draft pick. And you know what? Say Stidham balls out. I don't think he will. I don't think he would. So let him do that. Either prove he can be the guy, or that, okay, no, we need to move on.
Prove he can win games.
Exactly. And I'm not saying he has to... He doesn't have to win them, but so much show that it's not his fault. Like that
mistake-free football.
Exactly. If he does things like that, show that he can pass the ball. Because Cam, holy cow, no, he can't. So that's this season. I would sit Cam. I would sit him now.
Now, what do you think? What do you think though? With like if we sit Jarrett, I mean just losing to the Jets, like letting the Jets get, because nobody. If you're on the Jets. Nobody wants to be a part of an 0-16, at least player standpoint. I know Adam Gase is trying to lose because he's a fucking idiot. But if you're the Jets player, you don't want to be a part of an 0-16 franchise. That looks awful on you. That's embarrassing. That's that whole like...
No, I agree. I think that's what the Patriots
So they're going
to
try to win.
No, and that's why I think the Patriots, they should start Stidham, because it's kind of it's really a win-win for the Patriots, because 1, you're going to find out what Stidham is, and 2... if you lose out, you're going to get a higher draft pick. It's really a win-win-win.
Yeah.
You see what Stidham is. You get a higher draft pick, and then you don't have to deal with Trevor Lawrence.
This is some like very hypothetical what ifs, but the closer we get, I expect if the Jets beat that one game, like we've beaten up on the Jets for the longest time. Like you know what I mean? The Jets have been awful since that one Rex Ryan appearance when they made it to the playoffs. Like that has been it. If I'm Bill Belichick, I mean that's almost too good to pass up.
Start Stidham.
Like
I would start Stidham.
Start Stidham. Bring back
shot.
Sony Michel. Let Damian Harris get some rest. Have Sony Michel just, not do anything because that's all he, ever done.